Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is today breakdown. Today is the 10th. Today is the 10th of October, and this is today breakdown. So guys, I just cannot seem to book profit. Most of the time I have my analysis right. Most of the time price go to the area that I predict it will be going. I normally am in profit, but I just kind of seems to book profit. I don't know if the market is against me, but it just seems like that now. Each day I'm in profit. I predict the market, and I just cannot seems to lock in some of the profit or some profit. I always end up in a loss today. Today I am down $134 for the day. Yesterday I had my largest loss for the week, which was minus 500 and something dollars. I was in profit as well, and then I let it go and end up in a loss. I really think I would have gotten profit for today, but this huge news scandal came out when Trump tweeted, so I was in a long, and it just completely took me out for a loss. I locked my account right after. So let's break down how I predict that the market would have gone to the highs. It didn't fully complete its objective, but we did trade to the highs, and I was looking for all-time highs. So this is the forward chart. We are not going to even go to the daily chart, because yesterday we traded. If you have been following my account, you would see that I was predicting since yesterday that price wouldn't trade below here, and it would, after here, it would trade to the highs. From things here, we were on the daily chart. We had SMT, that is a huge confluence for higher prices. We completed that objective when price traded to the daily fair value gap from internal to external, and we had it here on the 4-hour from external to internal, which was the breakaway gap, and now we would have traded to the external liquidity. So that's one of the confluence for bullish prices today. So after this trading here, yesterday we traded up. I was looking for the highs, and my confluence was the day for higher prices was on the 30-minute time frame, where we had the same thing happening on the 30 that happened on the 4-hour time frame. We had it happening on the 30-minute time frame. So we had this breaker here with this low, high, lower low, this place above with two fair value gap stuck on top each other. You know, we had in London session here. No, yesterday we had this trading here. We test the upper fair value gap, traded up, and on today's trading we had the retracement down past the first fair value gap into the breakaway gap. As you can see, price closing above the 50% of this gap and traded higher. We had price closing above this fair value gap here at this 30 minutes fair value gap, where price closed above, which indicated higher prices also. So let's go to the 1 minute. Okay, so in the pre-market session, as I show you guys, we had the breakaway gaps on the 30 minutes. In the pre-market, we had SMT with ES, which NQ making a lower low, ES making a higher high. Let's show you that on ES. ES making a higher high, while NQ making a lower low. We had this breaker with the same thing happening here, which happened on the 4-hour, on the 30-minute, and now it happened on the 1 minute time frame. So all this took place in the pre-market, and I don't trade the pre-market according to my trading plan. I wait until market opens. So we had this breakaway gap here with the breaker, which is the low, high, lower low, this place above, two fair value gaps stuck on top each other. We normally want to see price trade to this fair value gap, and this stay open. Today it stayed mostly open, price not be able to close below 50% of this gap. We traded it to it with wicks, but we did not close to 50% of this gap. So in the pre-market, we come in, we do our analysis, we mark out 8:30 open and 7 o'clock, and we mark out the highs and lows between 7 o'clock and 8:30. That's what we do. After we mark out our both open, our 8:30 open and our 12 midnight open, we do the same for ES also. So ES, we had the highs and lows mark out and the both open mark out. So on the regular trading hour, we look for the gap. And this is regular trading hours, this is NQ, this is ES. We open here. This was the open with a gap below, both on NQ and ES. As you can see, we traded down, filling this gap, or mostly filling it with a wick. And this wick traded down into the breakaway gap right here. So at this moment, when we traded down, we were below the both open. We are below the 12 o'clock open, the 12 o'clock midnight open, and below the 8:30 open. So that put us in a deep discount. You want to be buying at discount. So after we traded below the two open, we were in a deep discount. We traded to the breakaway fair value gap. We had a gap below which we did trade to. We did trade to it, fill it with a wick, and we started displacing up. We had the highs still intact, we had the lows already taken. After we take the lows, we normally move to the highs. After taking the low, price normally gravitate to the highs. So here at this moment is where I took my first trade, and that's why I say the market is after me, guys. I feel like the market is after me because this was a beautiful prediction of price today. This was a beautiful prediction of price. Price traded down into the breakaway gap. We don't want to see price trade outside of this. On a good day, we don't want to see price trade outside of this breakaway gap. Price traded down, leaving a wick, started deep displacing, failed the gap, started trading up. When I saw that price started trading up and was breaking above this high, that's where I took my first trade. I ended up pressing the buy button twice, but I only one contract I end up getting. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't get the both contract. Let's put on the execution here. That's why I said that I feel like the market is after me, guys. I feel like the market is after me. Nothing is working out for me, guys. You know, if I had at least. Yes, guys, so as I was saying, I feel like the market is after me. I wanted to take two contracts because I was so confident in this. I actually pressed the buy button twice and it didn't. I don't know why only one contract. I only put on one contract. So as you can see on this candle, as it was breaking above, I was so confident. I went in with, I wanted to go in with two. I ended up getting one. Don't know why. We had news, so I didn't want it to go too heavy either way. So when I saw that one, I only had one contract, I left it like that. So as you can see, this was a perfect trade. Price displays, came back down, created the first presented fair value gap, came back, retested it, and traded to this high here. Traded to the high. Took out these relative equal highs, and we had the all-time highs coming up next, which if price had traded to, I would have taken out all my contract or at least trailed my stop. But I was so confident in this trade, guys, I did not trail my stop until I saw price miss the all-time high by a few and started reversing. That's when I placed my stop at break even, because I knew that there was news, a red folder news at 10. And normally the best trade come at, you know, when we have news, we get the best trade and the best setup after the news, after 10 o'clock. So I had that in the back of my mind. I said if price came back to take me out at break even, I would get a next long opportunity after the news. So this was the news candle here. Price came down to retest the first presented fair value gap. When I saw that price came down here, I ended up taking 2 contracts again to the relative equal highs. I was aiming for the relative equal highs with the stops below here. Price came down, chop around, came back in profit, put me in a small profit, and when came back down here, I was holding still. Then when price push up and I saw that price was fighting to get through this fair value gap here that it created here, when it was around that area, I placed my stop at break even, and then price came down, took me out at break even. At that moment, I saw that we made this intermediate low here with a short-term low on the 2 short-term lows on the both sides. And when we made that intermediate low here, and then price displaced above this high, leaving a fair value gap right here. When price came down, I took 2 contracts here, and price was going in my favor. Price was in my favor until we had this news candle here. At this moment here, price was here, and we had this news candle. I was in a small profit, and this news candle came out and took me out. I was so mad, guys. We had relative equal highs at the top. We had this beautiful intermediate high lows here. I was confident that price was going to take out these relative equal highs with the all-time highs, but guys, we didn't get it. And what can I do? I'm back at it at Monday. I'm not giving up, guys. I'm not giving up. Even though things don't look bright on my side, I'm not giving up. I have patience, and I'm not giving up. I do believe I'll be a profitable trader. I do believe I'll be taking out money constantly from the market. I do believe that my family will be well off from trading. So guys, if you find this video insightful, if you find this was educational, if you learned anything from this video, please drop a like, drop a comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Peace out.